They are off.
Okay, so 100% category, nice and simple. Collect all the items, except for Varia suit, of course. We get given that for free.
Yeah, I don't know why that actually... Whoa, it's kind of like they just join on to each other there, the two Samuses. Pretty funny. But... I think Varia works. We'll probably come back to that later, but... They both successfully collected the Morph Ball. Really difficult to do.
Yep, we've got to run. So first thing up, we're going to collect a missile tank, deal with a boss, and then go and pick up bombs.
Yes, and there is a... After bombs, there could be a bit of a difference in the route that they take, because you can do early Brintstar or you can do late Brintstar. Either of these guys do, so we'll see shortly. Coming up on this boss, there is a really difficult trick to do called a double missile. It's pretty self-explanatory, but it's a very tight window in which you can fire 2 missiles at the worm.
Yeah, they both have to land on the same frame. Pollsmor is up first, so let's see how he does.
Yeah, the Taz can do a triple missile, but these guys aren't quite Taz. They're pretty good for human level, though.
So Pollsmor doesn't get it, and has to wait around.
He pulls ahead. One. 4 missiles going into the area the JRP is, but they can work with 3.
So this is Haivu, and it can be a real pain in the ass.
Yes, it is a very big troll. Times. So don't beat me. Beat these guys instead. Now that I've said that, they're going to fail, aren't they? No, JRP is through. Loopholes. Yeah, no problem.
You can very easily get knocked down in that room by the bugs, and it just becomes a real mess of trying to avoid them whilst destroying the hives.
Yeah, you just have to loop around and around. They've just collected their first energy tank, which adds 100 energy for each one you pick up. So dying shouldn't be a problem, for the most part.
Now we've got the bombs. This is where the first route deviation, as Laser Trap mentioned, is going to happen. They could do early Brinstar, where they're going to go up and collect more missiles in an energy tank. Or they'll do late Brinstar, where they'll go down and head back the way they came and do the collection of those items later on.
See how these bugs decide to troll. Ooh, really slow pattern for JRP, that's unfortunate. Well, they weren't much better for... Oh wow, really trolly for Pollsmor.
So JRP is going to do late Brinstar, and so is Pollsmor.
So that should be easier to keep track of who's in the lead then.
Yep, they're both doing the same route for the moment.
Early Brinstar is seconds faster if you do it perfectly. Oh. And it's also a lot harder, so I don't really blame them.
Now you're going to see them head out to Kraid. We do Kraid first in this route, mainly to get the speed booster. That allows us then, when we go into Norfair, to pretty much do it all in one shot.
Yeah, the route that the game wants us to take is pretty much go into Norfair, leave, go to Kraid, and go back to Norfair, leave, get Varia, then go back to Norfair for a third time. And it's pretty time wasting.
Yeah, we're not going to do any of that.
Something a little bit different about doing Kraid first is that you won't have power grip, which can be a little bit challenging. Don't really have a problem. And also Kraid's lair is Sweden. Covering the elevator, sort of.
Almighty Yon, I think when you say sadly you mean thankfully. You're right though that there is no AWS, although Mandatobi did do it in his ridiculous late wave run.
Yeah, I was struggling to commentate that one. I was on commentary for that one. It was a 4-way race.
Oh, that's okay. I think Dragon fans were struggling to commentate that one.
Yeah. But these guys have taken the same route for the moment. And we can tell that JRP is currently in the lead. Only by a few seconds. 5, a little bit more. But
yeah, he's not far ahead right now.
So, this is a diagonal bomb jump. Simple if you listen to the name. But it's not simple to do. For me, at least.
Where they're heading at the moment is they're heading towards Acid Worm. Now, in any percent, you wouldn't bother going this way. You would try to get across the acid pits doing a little trick called Acid Worm Skip. But we need the items in 100%, so we might as well go and kill him.
Yeah, he does have a missile tank below him. There is a bit of a quick kill as JRP is showing off. Just dip down into the acid with him and spam missiles.
Yep, you need 30 missiles to destroy him. And preferably when you're leaving this area, you need 20.
Yeah, you need 20 when you're leaving because of a room with big side hoppers coming up. They called giant side hoppers, or are they just called side hoppers?
Just side hoppers. I suppose you could call them giant ones.
Because they are pretty huge. But they take 10 missiles each to kill, and there are 2 of them.
JRP is okay, he's got 16, he'll pick up another missile tank on the way out. Pollsmor only has 9, so he's going to have to farm really to get some more missiles.
That is really, unfortunately low.
This is also the disadvantage of doing late Brinstar, because if you do early Brinstar you have plenty of missiles by this point and you shouldn't really be too low to through the next section easily.
Early Brinstar does have a lot of very advanced bomb jumping. I mean, I don't doubt that these guys could do it, but you could lose a lot of time. So here are the side hoppers.
So Pollsmor is going to have to hope that the side hopper that he kills first drops a missile pickup.
Very risky.
Which it doesn't.
Ooh.
As you can see, it takes quite a while with just the beam to kill those.
JRP here coming up to what is affectionately named the most boring room in the game. Will he be doing some fun things though? Oh. Not. But he does a JBJ into the zipline, which stands for a jump into a bomb jump, I guess. Jumping bomb jump.
Yeah.
I never really thought about it that way. But when it has a double jump. Ooh!
Oh, he just didn't get the refill glitch there.
That was very close. I really thought he had that.
But now they've got their first unknown item. They can't use it right now, they're going to have to wait until later in the game. But they did get the refill, because they're going to need a lot of missiles for Kraid, which is up next.
Yeah. You may have thought that wastes time, but actually, it is necessary. JRP falls right into a ledge, which is very good.
Yep, so here we have Kraid. This is going to take quite a few missiles to take him down. See how JRP does. Not very well.
Not bad. Yeah, that seems to be getting trolled.
This is a real chance for Pollsmor to catch up.
Yeah, Pollsmor pulls down a bit. It's now within second, but our racers are at least. This is very close. Poor Kraid, he only wanted to ask if he had any peanut butter. Okay, so they now have the speed booster, which is what Kraid was guarding.
Yeah, so now they're going to make their way back out and head over to North Air. See if one of them gets the zipline trick.
This is the last item in Kraid for now. Difference. Wow, this is really close. Giants far back out.
Yeah, looks like JRP is just in the lead right now.
Yeah. I hope you enjoy it.
Well, now they're going to head back towards North Air. We're going to pick up the charge beam, which was dropped by the worm boss you saw earlier. And hopefully, we're going to get quite a few items on the route we're going to be taking.
Well, Paul's just got a bit further behind. The bomb and the launcher.
Oh, this stream died.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay then.
No, Paul's. Oh. Splicing.
Okay, we're back.
The JRP is still. Oh!
Pollsmor has decided not to take charge beam now and instead deal without it.
Fancy shine sparking. JRP? They're just resyncing them now. Or it's still a couple of seconds ahead.
It'll do. So now we're going to make our way over to the next unknown item, which I believe was Plasma Beam, and pick up the Power Grip as well.
Yeah, and the Power Grip is what you would usually have when you went into Kraid for the first time. But since it's faster, they just skip it.
So it looks like Pollsmor is in the lead now.
Skipped charge.
Oh, of course, yes, he did. He'll have to pick that up on the way back.
So, pick up the unknown item. We have a bit of a sequence break coming up.
Yeah, so now that you've got the speed booster, you can actually collect some super missiles that you're not supposed to get yet. Very handy for the run, so it's worth the time to do the little charge here and get these super missiles.
For Pollsmor, he has got his first super missiles, and this is basically the reason why we do Kraid first. Because the way this game works is that super missiles unlocks more super missiles. It's how power bombs work as well.
Yep, so the sooner you get them, the better. Both players are now gonna. Both players are now gonna make their way out and head back into Norfair and down towards Ridley.
Very nice double bomb jumping from both players. Major item is Ice Beam, I think?
Yeah, I believe both of these guys do early ice, so they should be going for Ice Beam now.
Yeah, and that's because of a trick in Ridley.
So in the next room, both players should be heading up to pick up Ice Beam. Yep, Pollsmor heads straight up.
And I've seen JRP do the same here. I have been around in his stream sometimes, so I'm a little bit more familiar with what he does than I am with what Pauls does. Close enough to the same thing. Good wall jumps up there from Pauls. We should probably mention that wall jumps are a really important part of this run.
Yeah, you're right. It's pretty good, pretty necessary, sorry, that you are good at wall jumping for this.
Ooh, Pauls gets knocked into the lava. So, there's a bit of a fun thing about this run too. You don't have Varia suit. You have to do the heated rooms while taking damage. Which again shouldn't be a problem for these runners.
Yep, normally you'd need Varia suit for this area, but we'll go through it without it.
And we can also get that Pollsmor just sparked right through, thanks to having super missiles early. Now I'm excited for missile.
Now you're just seeing Pollsmor and JRP jumping up to lay a bomb and then using that explosion to lay a bomb in the corner. That's because if they lay a bomb on the floor, it will cause the floor to disappear underneath them, and then they not only will have trouble getting the super missile, but they won't be able to get that missile on the way back.
Well, they both collected the John missile. I just call it because he missed that in his tutorial. I call it that because he missed it in his tutorial. Now we have high jump.
Yep, both players refilling here as well, I should think. Yeah, they are.
Is the refill glitch frame perfect?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Eagle might be better to explain that in the chat if he's listening.
Pollsmor having no trouble getting out of this heated room with the bomb jumps. JRP showing he's just as good. We're also getting screw attack early here. Well, Dragonfang says it depends on which setup is used for the refill glitch.
Yeah, it's a couple of frames generally.
Alright.
So both players have got enough health for the next section. There's quite a long heated room, which has a couple of items in there. And you need a decent amount of health to make it through to one end and then back.
Yeah. I've seen a couple of different players die in this room.
Ideally, you don't want to make any mistakes in here.
Yeah, because if you get knocked into the lava, that starts doing even faster damage. Okay. Pollsmor is out with 69 hype.
And JRP is out as well, so now they're off to Wave Beam. They're going to need at least 55 health for the next room, but that shouldn't be a problem for either of them.
I thought it was 45, but it doesn't matter in this case. Because they both have more than both of that. Was 45. Wow, I actually knew something. So, this is the lava mini-boss.
Now Pollsmor gets the one cycle. Does JRP?
Very nice. JRP seems to be catching up a little bit.
Yeah, I'd say so too. I'd say he's catching up just slightly. Now we've got the cocoon, which it's quite easy to actually make a mistake here, so maybe JRP can catch up?
Yeah, this is still a really close race. Pollsmor freezing the... forget its name. Freezing
the cocoon.
The thing.
Both of them managed to take it out pretty quickly.
Yeah. So, they are now entering Ridley. And they are going to get every item in Ridley in this one trip.
Although first they're going to leave Ridley.
True.
Because what they actually want to do is they want to take out Imago and get the missiles behind him.
Hopefully we'll be getting some Imago quick kills.
Pols gets it.
Nice.
And JRP does not.
So close. There we go. JRP is going for
this is a big time waste, yeah.
But we've still got run. Anything can happen.
Neither of them get the charge for the spark across this large room. JRP doesn't even get a super missile from the owl.
Ooh.
Oh dear, JRP has fallen down for the gap.
Oh no. Okay.
Pollsmor gets ice glitch.
That is the ice clip. It works if... Okay, so there's an enemy that JRP just killed that... if it is alive, and then you have to freeze those two bugs in one place and kill them both at the same time, and that works for some reason. I'm sure Dragonfangs could explain it better, but...
Pretty sure the game just doesn't know what to do with your position, so it resets it to the place where the bugs spawned, which is under the ground.
Game is silly at life.
And JRP rescues his room.
Yeah, that's one of the... Well, it's not the only glitch, but it's one of the biggest glitches in this game, really. It's really well made.
That was the first puzzle room. Pollsmor is about to head into the second one.
Yeah, it's very complicated, Dragonfangs. I don't blame you if you don't want to explain. It's just something that happens.
JRP does the diagonal spark to get into that room. A little dangerous, but it's a bit quicker.
Very fancy. Okay, here we go. 304 frame required jump. Pollsmor gets it first try.
Yep.
JRP misses a spark. JRP, no! You were doing so well! Gets it that time though. And he also gets the tricky speed jump.
Yep. So both players now are going to head towards Ridley. There's a couple of super tanks and a couple of missile tanks on the way. So they'll make sure to pick those up. You want as many supers as possible for Ridley.
Because Ridley goes down really quickly with supers. He's a lot easier than he is Super Metroid. JRP doing
I didn't notice that Pollsmor fell down in that room and had to get a shine spot to get back up.
Oh.
Let's hope JRP doesn't fall down there.
Looks good so far. No problem. Alright.
Pollsmor manages to get out of that little room without having to use the ball spark. A bit of a time saver there. So he's on his way to Ridley now. Unfortunately, he only has 6 supers. He'll have 5 when it comes to dealing with Ridley itself.
JRP does have to use the little launcher, but he does have enough supers. And that's the last unknown item. Pollsmor.
Yeah, so JRP is going to have 8 supers for Ridley. Pollsmor is actually refilling.
Fair enough.
Suppose he really didn't have a lot of supers, it'd be quicker to refill and get them all back than it would be to fight him without them.
I'm going to just reload my stream quickly.
So Pollsmor makes really short work of Ridley with only 10 with all 10 supers. Doesn't get any from Ridley drops. That's pretty bad.
Ooh. JRP. Still a really quick Ridley fight.
Pollsmor only gets 1 super from that room. Is not going so well for him there.
I think the owl enemies, whatever they are, they have 60%? Something around that?
Yeah, it's a high chance. JRP is already up to 8.
Yeah. Pollsmor just had really bad luck, I guess. There we go. He's up to 6 now.
Yeah, it's still pretty low, but it's manageable.
Well, he got some more. Ooh. Freeze the bug rather than bomb jump.
Yeah. So it's now time for Brinstar cleanup. We're going to be heading there, pick up all those items that they skipped earlier, and then head into Turian.
Now Pollsmor also has 8 supers.
Yeah, you got a lucky super drop there.
I guess Pollsmor will also be picking up Charge Beam here, so JRP will catch up just a little bit.
Yep, they're still not far apart, to be honest.
Oh. Oh, he's...
He'll collect it.
Oh, he's doing that now.
Pollsmor getting that ball spark nice and easily.
That looked really smooth. JRP. He does seem quite a bit less behind now. So we have a really close race still. Oh, I forgot about Green Brinstar.
Yep, Brinstar cleanup. Still not going to pick up Varia suit.
Yeah, they are going to this area to have their fate determined by how fast the bugs can eat these, just so they can get 1 energy tank. Pauls. Let's see what they do for JRP.
Everyone has their own way of attracting the bugs, or trying to attract them anyway.
Here, bugs.
JRP getting a troll bug there, so he had to use missiles to destroy those blocks.
Gearbugs. So, after Green Prince Star. Very powerful beam.
Yep, last remaining item in this area before Turian.
The missile at the top first. I always forget about that one. Which is why I have splits for every single item. Here it is, the long beam.
So Pollsmor is actually looking pretty good. He's got a full rack of supers as well for Turian. JRP though is going to be entering with a couple less, which will slow him down slightly.
Hopefully he can get some good drops from the Metroids. 3630 going down the elevator into Torian for Pollsmor. This is essentially the halfway point of the run here, really.
Yeah, so JRP is just over 20 seconds behind or so. But there is plenty that could happen. Pollsmor could get caught by some Metroids, or during the suitless sequence, he could get stuck in some rooms waiting for the alarms to go off for a while.
Yeah, that's always a pain. So the Metroids are pretty simple. Freeze them, and with a super missile, or is it 3 missiles?
5.
5.
Obviously, ideally, you want them to be always dropping super missiles, but it rarely happens.
Ooh, that was a close one, but JRP. Well, seem to be doing decently with the suit count. Nope. Looks like Pols went through the top of the Metroid.
So, Paul's not doing too badly. You want to end that area with 4 supers. It's the quickest way of dealing with Mother Brain.
No Sabotage skip. Is that actually faster in this game?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay. Because there is a way that you can skip the Sabotage in this game, but there is in Super Metroid. Pollsmor is now in the escape. JRP is just finishing up the Mother Brain fight. You can stand on a tank in this game.
JRP did have 2 extra supers, so he got rid of the glass tank around Mother Brain slightly quicker.
Pollsmor is now leaving Zebus. Or Zebes. JRP having a little bit of trouble jumping up, it seems.
Okay, so both players have done the, you could say, the first half. Now
Yeah.
we move on to the suitless section.
This is the longest cutscene right here. It's around a minute. Nothing much to say, really. Couldn't have been worse.
Lee.
Nice one, JRP.
So Pollsmor is off. I'm going to head into the Space Pirate's ship.
The moment one hit kills them, but I don't think they're in any danger of that before they can refill.
No, they're in no danger.
Hopefully, neither of our players are going to be shame.
Pollsmor missed it.
Which is a good thing. See if you can avoid being spotted. Not quite. And JRP skips the map of shame too.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised that JRP... Well, in some ways I'm surprised that JRP didn't skip healing. He is quite far behind.
This is a tripwire skip. See if JRP can hit. It's a bit of a tricky wall jump. JRP skips the tripwire. He's probably made up a second or two there.
Is either player going to go for fast searchlights? Pollsmor does.
Wow.
Fails.
That was close. I haven't actually seen that in any of the matches I've commentated, unless I wasn't paying attention. Goes for it. Nope. Plays it safe.
You see Pollsmor going past the glass tube. We'll be back here later to smash that to pieces.
Why is it raining there now, but it isn't later? I never understood that.
I don't think many weather forecasters will understand it either.
Ooh. Misses a wall jump.
Yeah, with the room with the searchlights, you've got to wall jump up that right-hand wall pretty quickly to make it through. So if you miss one, you tend to reset the room and start again.
JRP is through first try.
Pollsmor's going to go for Sam Strat. See if we can get the alarm to turn off.
Those space pirates are going crazy down there.
So Pollsmor did get Sam Strat. Is JRP going to get it? No, JRP does not get it. He's going to have to enter a save room and come back out again to reset the alarm, which wastes a little bit of time.
Unfortunately, you can't catch that space pirate. The power bombs there. Right. Oh. This is probably one of my favorite sections in the game, honestly. Not to run, necessarily, but when I first played it, I thought it was amazing.
This area that JRP is in, you've got a wall jump up at the end, which it's critical that you get correct.
Now we have...
Time for Charlie. Now the way how this boss works is it's only vulnerable for a small period of time. You've got to make sure you hit it with a charge shot at that point. In 100% you can also hit the target when it isn't showing, and that will do you a bit of damage, but it does reset the timer, so it's slightly quicker.
See how this goes. Get down. Looks like if I timed that correctly, I think there's a 17-second gap at the moment. If Charlie is going to be trolling.
Pollsmor makes it through relatively quickly.
Ooh, lightning.
As does JRP, sorry.
And now they get their full power suit.
And JRP gets the glitch too.
with gravity suit, space jump, and don't forget Varia suit too. They have that all of a sudden. And also the plasma beam. Pretty soon after getting that fully powered suit, there is a very hard Shine Spark storage trick kind of thing.
Yep, Pollsmor looks to be getting it.
Do, and get a wall. Out of the way energy tank in the whole game. And gets the spark back out.
And JRP also gets the spark change, so that's good for him too.
So we've got here.
So both players now are going to be heading to collect power bombs. Completely unnecessary to finish the game. You only get power bombs to get more power bombs, really.
Yeah. And there are not very many of them in this game either.
Yeah, I was going to say Fusion just showers you with power bombs.
Yeah. Well, you kind of finish on a random number, having 74. Now it's not raining over the glass tube. It's like Charlie was the weather problem.
Now that you've got your power suit back, there's nothing really of any danger around here. Base pirates are easily dealt with. Got screw attack, which pretty much kills anything in one hit as well. There's no real problems.
So they're on their way to the top of the ship, which is where the power bombs are stored. Or Pollsmor shooting the wave beam blocks. He didn't have to bomb each of them individually.
JRP not quite doing the charge beam strat in that room correctly, but it's not too much of a problem.
Here we are about to see some power bombs.
$52.12 for Pollsmor, picking those up.
Not a bad time. Looks like JRP must have dropped behind a bit more somewhere. Good for him.
Yeah, he was only 17 seconds behind or so after Charlie, so he's lost a bit of time on the way there. But now that we have power bombs, it's time to head back and start collecting some items.
Yeah, the way this game works is that you need power bombs to get power bombs. Aside from that first tank, it's to work as well, but we can do the sequence break with a speed booster. Pollsmor visiting the work robot.
And now they're going to go get the mandatory refill because we need power bombs, and there's nothing in this area that drops them.
So, glass tubers coming up. A really difficult shine spark trick. See how it goes. Well, it looks like Poll's
gets it fine.
He also gets it.
Ooh, Pollsmor managed to pick up a power bomb in this room, which is fantastic. That will save him quite a bit of time in the next couple of rooms.
Yeah, because if you don't have that extra power bomb, you'll have to go a long way around to do. But I know what I'm thinking of, I just don't really know how to explain what it is. We'll get there soon.
You need to do a Shine Spark chain if you don't have that extra power bomb, which Pollsmor is going to avoid, but JRP is going to have to do.
With the extra power bomb, you can break blocks.
Yeah, there's some blocks that are in the way of doing a run up for a Shine Spark, which you can break with an extra power bomb. But if you don't have that extra power bomb, you're going to have to do a chain to get around it.
Yeah, and Pollsmor does need his last power bomb, so he can get to the other power bomb.
JRP failed the Giant Spark there. I don't think he was holding left, so it disappeared the moment he hit the rock.
That's going to cost him a bit of time.
Oh dear. He was too high for the ball spark, so he bonked the block above. It's going to be a huge time waste.
Unfortunately not as close anymore then.
Oh, come on, JRP, please.
JRP tried.
Oh, and then he didn't open the door.
JRP, no! Well, meanwhile, Pollsmor collecting the items in Torian. I believe this is the only Metroid game that has any items in Torian. Unless you count...
Oh no, JRP.
Unless you count the, in Super Metroid. JRP... reconsidering...
He finally got to do the spark and then sparked up instead of left.
Oh, no. Well, Pollsmor pulling ahead. Full spark. Through.
Oh, what was that?
No. Oh no.
I think JRP might be a bit tilted right now.
All because of one power bomb.
Now he has to go all the way back.
Well, Pollsmor is cleaning up Kraid now. And he gets to take a shortcut into Norfair after this that Mandatovi did not have in his last race. Come on, JRP. You can do it. You can do it. Oh.
It's okay, he can at least get the charge back here. There we go.
Hey!
Well, let's see some Ming Lee in the chat.
Sub 1 hour getting that powerbomb tank for JRP.
Send him your energy, folks. Or send him your Mingleys.
Yeah.
And as Dragonfang said, he gets the space boost just afterwards.
Here you go. Pollsmor is walking through that room. He is... We are in the 90 of item collection here. No. Mingli will play for him.
JRP does get the space boost. Makes his way out.
Hey!
And meanwhile, Pollsmor is going to go pick up a couple of missile tanks in this area, and then make his way into Trezodia.
Well, neither of the runners died. That's good.
It's always a positive.
So Mingli is now heading into Kraid for his cleanup. Pollsmor getting a fancy space boost. Runs into pillars.
One more missile tank in this area, and then on his way up.
Yeah. So about 10 minutes till the end of the game, really.
Certainly for Pollsmor, Mingli is a little further behind.
Yeah. Mingli'd a little bit hard. I wonder if Pollsmor has the stream open and knows what's going on. One last missile tank to pick up in Criteria. Easy ball spark into that little area.
So Mingli is now in Norfair, just cleaning up a little area. Or not Norfair, whatever you want to call it. Heated areas, whatever. Pollsmor is on his way to a single powerbomb tank, which is a ridiculous route all the way through here, all the way where we were before, just to get it.
If there were a 99% category, this would probably be the one that people would skip.
Oh, Mingli went for space boost through that room, but failed.
Poor Mingli.
Okay, so Pollsmor is about to pick up the power bomb for this area, and then again he's going to have to make his way all the way back out again towards Glass Tube.
A very fun pickup, that one.
Meanwhile, Ming Lee's got another 2 missile packs in this area before he can leave.
So what are the chances of Ming Lee winning now? I know Paul's computer could crash. Well, is that? I'm going to give it a solid 9% in percent.
9% hard?
9% hard, PAL only category. When's that tournament?
Probably as soon as anyone runs it.
Yeah, 9% hard randomizer. JRP or Ming Lee. Sorry, been thinking of the wrong person. Ming Lee has a clean full spark through that room. Got his last in Norfair.
So one more missile pack for Ming Lee to collect.
This is almost done with items. 3.
Yeah, he's got one more super pack and one more power bomb pack, I believe.
And another energy tank.
Of course.
So he's got 3 left.
And Ming Lee gets his last missile pack, and we'll be heading into Chozodia.
Pollsmor skips the map of shame for the second time. Alright, 99%, hopefully, for Pollsmor. If he's not there, I'd be a little bit worried.
I'm pretty sure he's collected everything.
Well, we'll be able to tell when he fights.
So all Pollsmor has to do now is collect the last energy tank and then take on Mecha Ridley before escaping. Ming Lee is making his way through Chozodia to get that last power bomb tank that's in this area.
Correctly, Pollsmor's back at the top of the ship. I like how the last item in the game is the one that is guarded by me, Laser Trap. Ooh.
Space boost. Space jump, sorry. Makes
Was
it
a close one.
So that should be 100% for Pollsmor. Just got Mecha Ridley to take out.
Let's see what patterns Mecha Ridley will give. Definitely a 100% fight. Because I believe he only takes... if you don't have 100%.
Yeah, it's only 6 hits.
But that triples if you have all of the items.
Pollsmor makes his escape.
While Ming Li still has a bit to clean up.
There's only one last major trick for Pollsmor to do, and that's the Ball Spark escape, or you may choose to do Base Boost. You never know.
Very close to the end.
Space Boost, here we go.
Nice. Very nice space boost. Just 2 silver guys to kill. Ooh, this is actually going to be a 112 it looks like.
And he finishes with an SRL time of 1 hour, 12 minutes and 40 seconds.
Wow, that is only 10 seconds off his real-time PB, I think. So, he did beat Ming Li's PB in the end. But it was a close race until Ming Li unfortunately hit the Ming Li button. Mission accomplished. So, everyone in chat, put your guesses in for what polls... Oh, his PB is 11201. I was wrong then. But everyone put your guesses in the chat for what Pollsmor's in-game time will be as we watch Ming Li finish up. Paul's time was 1:12:40.
Oh, Ming Li doesn't have any power bombs, so we can't get rid of those blocks for his escape.
Uh-oh.
But he is going to go for space jump and fails,
It's
unfortunately.
the Ming Li button. He should really move that button out of his way.
Ming Li, please. Oh, and he forgets to store a spark there.
Well done, well done.
Ming Li now has 100% items and just needs to take out Mecha Ridley and escape.
Alright. So let's see what in-game time Polls gets.
Mingli, please.
Doesn't want us to see the fight at all. Their time? Q158. Alright.
So, Mingli is on his way back out.
Yeah, people asking if Speed Gaming can remove the Mingli. That's actually something on JRP's stream. Or, sorry, Mingli's stream. The Mingli himself.
So Mingli again, just with the one trick left, Speedball or Space Boost on the way out.
You get a time of 1:17.
He gets the charge.
Nice mean.
And
well, Paul's actually got a 50:13 in-game time. That's a world record.
Mingli made it out with Space Boost, didn't use Ball Spark. And that's it, he finishes with an SRL time of 1 hour 17 minutes and 43 seconds.
5 minutes behind.
And immediately resets.
World record. Alright, well...
Well done to Pollsmor. We don't get to see JRP's IGT, unfortunately. Although he does comment in the SRL channel that he wants to die.
And also in the Speed Gaming chat.
Well done, both runners. Even JRP, unfortunate to have so many problems, but at least he still finished.
Yeah. So... do you know what's coming up next on Speed Gaming?
Let's have a look. Next up there is a race at 12, another zero mission race. Excellent.
Well, it looks like we don't have to be too quick to wrap up, but it doesn't really look like being joined for an interview or anything. So, I mean, I guess when Fiesel tells us we're fine to stop, we can stop.
Well, it was a pretty good race. Pollsmor didn't really make any major mistakes at all, and unfortunately JRP, having that huge problem with the Shine Spark chain, kind of ended it as a race. It was pretty close until then. Well done to Pollsmor, who proceeds on.
And JRP is in the losers bracket now.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the brackets now, so looks like JRP is going to be up against either Exodo or Gunnet in losers, and Pollsmor carries on in winners and will be facing either Dragonfangs or Mickey.
Oh, hi JRP.
Hi. Can we delete the VOD? That was just ugly.
I think you'll have to ask Feasel about that one. You didn't look to be doing too bad, to be honest, and unfortunately, until that little shine spot problem.
That's probably what they get for only practicing 20 minutes and for 20 minutes for the whole week.
Well, so how are you feeling?
I was alright until I made that mistake and that car hit me and blew me up. Yeah. I was nowhere near PB pace. But I knew I wasn't going to beat Pollsmor, like, no matter what I did. Because he knows better strats that I'm too lazy to learn. So yeah.
I don't know, you were to be honest, you weren't too far away. Really, it was just unfortunate that whole event happened.
Yeah, well, my PB's like 12:44 or something. So even if I didn't make that mistake, Pollsmor would probably still have won. So I was like 20 seconds behind my PB.
Yeah, Polls did end up beating your PB time.
Well, thanks for the race, JRP.
No worries.
Best of luck in your next match.
Can we just play Rocket Roll Racing next time?
Well, I don't have a problem with that. You can just take that up with Feasel and see what he says.
Thanks very much.
So, are we going to...
Well, I think we're done now. So, next up on Speed Gaming, it's going to be another sort of hour and a half or so. There's more zero mission races to come.
This will be between John Unfill and Mobius Man.
I believe it might actually be a four-way, I'm not sure.
Oh, it might...
Let me have a look. There was the submissions.
Now it does look... two-way. Oh no, it is four-way. Never mind.
Yeah, so we're going to have Country Lex versus Mandatobi and John Unfilled versus Mobius Man. That'll be in an hour and a half. Until then, have fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna sign out now, I guess. Thanks for doing commentary with me.
Thanks, it's been a blast.
Yeah, that was a very fun race.
Take care, everyone, and we'll see you in an hour and a half or so.
Alright, bye.